about me. I'm a sophomore here at SPU. I'm a physics major, and a history minor, and so that's sort of what I'm interested in. And then I'm from Southern California, and so coming here to Washington, it's been really exciting for me. I really enjoy it, and I absolutely love SPU, and so that's sort of why I became a tour guide, is because I want to share my love for my school with all of you. This is Eaton Hall, and so just like how I talked about how Otto Miller Hall is home to our dry sciences like physics and engineering, Eaton Hall is home to our wet sciences. And so that's our chemistry, biology, ecology, pre-professional health science, that kind of thing, physiology. That's all in Eaton. And so Eaton has a number of labs like downstairs. So we continue walking this way. We could peer in and see chemistry labs where there's students in lab coats and goggles doing chemistry, that kind of thing. And so that's what's in Eaton. When we talk about Eaton, we also talk about two really cool off-campus opportunities, things we have. So Seattle Pacific owns an island called the Lakely Island Field Station. And this is a place where students can go at least once a quarter to do real live research. And so there's a long-term biology project studying the different kinds of moss on the island, which sounds kind of boring, but it's actually really cool. And a small school like SPU doesn't oftentimes have the opportunity to go out and do that sort of field research, but because of our resources, we do. So that's really cool. We also, there's an astronomy class in the summer that will go spend a weekend there, and so they'll spend a couple of weeks learning about telescopes and how to look at the stars and all that, and then they'll have a weekend where they go into this place that has really good stargazing, and they'll actually do astronomy, stargazing. There's an engineering class that goes out there to test wind turbines. There's all sorts of really cool opportunities where you get off campus and get to do real life field research at the field station. We also have a camp called Camp Casey, where we go, and that's at the beginning of every year. We have our students from the residence halls go on retreats there to get to know people. We also, there's all sorts of, a couple weeks ago, one of my friends went on a music choir retreat where a bunch of people from the choir went there, and it's a really great place to just get off campus, get to know people. It's beautiful. It's a lot of fun. And so this is the Student Union building, which is the sort of center of student life on campus. And so there's we have a lot of buildings that are classroom buildings, and then we have residence hall building kind of stuff, but then this is the Student Union building. It's for all of the fun things that we do that aren't about classes. And so I'm just gonna go around and tell you about some of the cool things that are housed here. First thing, you can see food. We have a number of different food places here, including a Einstein Brothers Bagels, a coffee shop, a grill, that kind of thing. And so we have a dining hall that we're going to see later in the tour, but we also have these. And so the way meal plans work is that you get a certain number of entrances into our dining hall and a certain amount of money that you can spend elsewhere on campus, and this is one of the other places you can spend it. And so that's really nice if you're I don't really feel like eating in the dining hall, or if that's not what you want to do, you can go eat here. It's good food. We also have behind you, we have what's called the Unicom desk, which stands for University Information. And so that's a really great place if you're just I have a question about something, I need to know about something. They know all sorts of things. They're a really good resource for things like that. And so Tiffany Loop was, when our school was founded in 1891, Tiffany Loop was our driveway. We had the entire school consisted of one building, that one there, and Tiffany Loop was how carriages, horses, and early automobiles came up and drove to the school. We've grown a little bit since we were just the one building, but Tiffany Loop still remains one of the centers of campus activities. At the very first weekend of the year, when people are moving in and such, we have what's called the Big Party here, where there's free food, there's music, there's games. And then all of the clubs set up tables to be hey, join our club kind of thing. So it's really fun. It's a great way to get to know people. It's a great way to get involved. It's a wonderful start to the school year. Moyer is a residence hall, but the basement houses our Center for Learning and our Study Abroad offices. And so I'm just going to tell you a little bit about both of those. So the Center for Learning, we talk a lot about like all of the cool things that happen in college, but ultimately our main goal for going to college is to learn. And so the Center for Learning is here to make that as easy as possible for you. We also have a number of research librarians, and so that's like, you know, right now I'm writing a paper on immigration to and from Germany in the last 50 years. And I was like, you know, I picked this topic and I was like, I don't actually know very much about Germany or immigration, anything like that. And so I talked to the librarian, that's her specialty, is like history and the like, and I met with her and she was like, well, you can check these kind of newspapers, you can check these journals, here's how to, you know, search for academic articles on your topic, like here's some books to look at, here's some ideas, and just like all of these kind of things. And so they're incredibly helpful because, you know, you oftentimes will have to write research papers in college, and yet it's hard knowing where to start and that kind of thing. So they're a great resource. SPU has 5 Met Residence Halls. You've already seen Moyer, and right here gives you a view of 3 others. Right down there, the brick building is our newest residence hall, which is our Net. It's where I lived last year. It opened last year. It's a beautiful building, has a rooftop deck, very cool. Up here at the top of the hill, that is Ashton, which is our largest residence hall. It's a nice residence hall, has lots of people in it, it's claimed to fame since it's the largest. And then right across the way is Hill Hall, which is the residence hall we're about to go into. Welcome to Hill. We have, as I mentioned before, we have 5 residence halls on campus, and they come in 2 flavors, for lack of a better word. There's what's called suite style and what's called hall style. And so the suite style has 2 rooms. That's, you know, so like you and your roommate, and then people next door and their roommate, and then there's a shared bathroom. And so there's, you know, 4, maybe 5 people if there's a triple, sharing one bathroom with like 1 shower, 1 toilet, 2 sinks, that kind of thing. The other style is hall style, which has a bunch of rooms in a hall, and then 1 giant bathroom for the entire hallway at the end of the hall. And so that's a more traditional, what dorms, you know, are traditionally, and it's kind of thing where people enjoy both ways. Suite style can give you a little bit more privacy, but hall style is a great way to get to know people, hang out, that kind of thing. People I know, you know, people have their various preferences, but everyone's like, they both work. And we do a lot Hill is one of the hall style. This is Gwyn Commons, which is our main dining hall on campus. It's basically you swipe in to pay for it, and then it's all you can eat, and there's a lot of food, and it's really good. Like, we have one of the highest student satisfaction ratings of any dining hall in the country, and so, you know, that's a pretty good sign. We have a ton of different options, including a salad bar. We have pizza every day. We have an international station. We have sort of a home-cooked food station. We have a station that, you know, is oftentimes things like, you know, fries, chicken nuggets, that kind of thing, burgers. We also have what's called the Simply Serving Station, and so that is food that's made without dairy, eggs, nuts, meat. There's a couple others, common allergens and that kind of thing. So if you have dietary restrictions, there's always going to be at least 1 food that you can eat. They also, if you have dietary restrictions and that won't work for you, you can talk to our chefs, and they will actually make people things special just for them if they have severe dietary restrictions. So that's really nice. We have our student academic services, which are there to help you stay on track and graduate on time, make sure that you're getting all the classes you need, that kind of thing. We have our admissions office here, so if you do decide to apply to SPU, that's where our admission counselors are, and they're just like wonderful people that just work so hard to help students, you know, come to SPU. We also have our student financial services, and so one of you earlier asked me if SPU offers a lot of financial aid, and we do. About 97% of our students receive some sort of financial aid, and that's all through student financial services. They're also really good if you're like helping you make payments, that kind of thing. It's just a wonderful service. We also have our largest classroom on campus here, which is Demery 150, which is actually the classroom we're going to be leaving you in. It holds about 180 students, but our average class size is about 23 students, which compared to many other schools, that's tiny, and that really gives us the opportunity to get to know our professors, to talk with them, which means that we get really good letters of recommendation, and it's also really easy to just, you know, if you're like, I do not understand what's going on, you can just go talk to your professor, and they know you, they're comfortable with you, that kind of thing. And so that's something I really enjoy. I really feel like I have a very personal relationship with my professor.
Late night when you need my love, and I know in that holiday that could only mean one thing, and I know in that holiday that could only mean one thing. Ever since I left the city.